The most attractive man in the room is often the calmest one. It's a little bit like that strong, silent type. You don't need to say things. It's just about your presence in that space, in the room, wherever you are. So let's talk about something called nervous system communication. So, what's going on when we think about this calm presence? We unconsciously read cues like voice tone, posture, eye contact, and we're doing this unconsciously. So there's a lot of people online that'll tell you about, oh, this is how you detect if somebody's lying or whatever. And you look for these things, or they say this, or they look here, or whatever it is. Maybe this has some validity. Who knows? But I'm talking about unconsciously. That stuff maybe that you can't see, you just have a sense for. If you're going to tune to that. And we can generally tell if, and again, at an unconscious level, we kind of just feel this naturally if someone's either relaxed or anxious. And then there's a kind of emotional contagion that goes on where emotional states are contagious. So again, this is all happening at this unconscious level. And I'm sure pheromones work on this as well, but it's because they're giving off depending what our emotional state is. But we are changed by other people's state. Okay? Now in NLP, neuro linguistic programming, it's like what Anthony Robbins does and whatever. They kind of deal with this in a couple of different ways. There's one thing called like be the state you want the client you're working with to be in. So I've had experiences in the past where, let's say I have a client who's very anxious. So maybe I'll walk in the room and I'm gonna have really up energy because they're anxious and maybe they're talking really fast, blah, 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 and we're both kind of that way, right? I'm sort of being like them because people like others who are like themselves. Not exactly like them, because that's creepy and weird, but I have sort of an up, energetic way of being. But during the course of the conversation, as we're kind of getting into things, I might start to kind of slow down and be more calm myself. Now, this is gradual as we're kind of getting into it. And the same thing with somebody who's depressed. If I'm working with somebody, if I have a referral for someone who's depressed, and I walk in really energetic, we're not talking the same language in that we're not feeling the same language. And frankly, I'm sitting there. I might walk in not um, as obviously depressed, but I'm certainly not going to be speaking very quickly and be super energetic. I'm just calm. So I'm not a depressed calm, I'm a calm presence. But maybe, and then talking to this person who's depressed, and then maybe gradually over the course of the conversation, I get a little bit more animated, a little bit expressing a little bit more positivity and a little bit more energy, get them moving, right? We're working on things, but also I'm kind of connecting with them and bringing their emotions up a little bit as we're talking. It's also the sort of the intent is we're working through things and then I'm feeling better, right? I'm expressing that, feeling that, and then they're kind of mirroring that. So they're like, well, is it what we're talking about, or is it, is it him or whatever? And so it's this compound effect. That's what's happening when you're with a woman, when you're dating. She can feel your feelings as you can feel her feelings, because calmness, and you might even call it a sense of presence, calm presence, signals strength. And you might guess that women would find this attractive because historically, calmness under pressure signals leadership and stability. You're calm under pressure. You just take things as they happen. You don't fly off the handle and react to it. You respond calmly to it. And they feel that. She feels this from you, this calmness, because calm energy often communicates confidence far more than any words you could ever say. And I will see you on the next video.